The Inquisitors are Force-sensitive agents of the Empire, whose primary purpose is to hunt down and eliminate surviving Jedi following the execution of Order 66. And they also hunt down any Force-sensitive individuals who could pose a threat to the Empire. They operate under the direct command of Darth Vader, and despite not being considered Sith, they are still trained in the ways of the dark side of the Force. The leader of the Inquisitorius, the Grand Inquisitor, is a former Jedi Temple guard who turned to the dark side. Many Inquisitors were former Jedi who fell to the dark side after being tortured, corrupted, or disillusioned. These Inquisitors are often seen wielding double-bladed lightsabers. They serve as enforcers of the Empire's oppressive rule over the galaxy. As far as the purpose of this group goes, it makes sense within the setting of Star Wars. A group of people tasked with hunting down the remaining Jedi and other potential Force users. But despite that, I still find there to be many flaws with the way they are written within the Disney canon, so I've decided to try and reimagine them. Firstly, the idea that the Emperor would allow so many dark side users to operate within the galaxy, within his rule, that does not make sense. Not only can they use the Force, but a lot of them are non-human aliens that operate within the Empire with quite a serious degree of power and influence. That would never happen. Palpatine would never allow that, except for when it comes to Grand Admiral Thrawn. Thrawn being given such a high rank in the Imperial Navy means a lot considering that he is an alien. It's a testament to his military genius that despite being a human supremacist, Palpatine still sees the value of having someone like Thrawn commanding a large portion of the Empire's military might. But introducing a group of non-human Force-sensitive beings that operated within the Empire with a high degree of authority diminishes those elements of Thrawn's character and makes him less interesting and far less unique. So my reimagined Inquisitors are not only human, but they're also not Force-sensitive. But they are extensively trained and equipped to counter Force users. Their tactics will rely on intelligence, psychology, warfare, and overwhelming force rather than supernatural abilities. These Inquisitors will be drawn from the ranks of Imperial Intelligence, Stormtrooper commanders, and other elite operatives. They undergo rigorous training in counter-force tactics, such as recognizing Jedi strategies, resisting mind tricks, and combat techniques to counter lightsabers. Many are trained to fight in melee combat using vibroblades and electrostaffs, which are capable of parrying lightsabers. Now, the main purpose of these Inquisitors is tracking down and exterminating remaining Jedi after Order 66, as well as identifying and eliminating Force-sensitive individuals who might resist Imperial rule, and putting an end to any organization or ideology tied to the Jedi or the Force, with exceptions to the Emperor and Darth Vader. The Inquisition will maintain a vast network of informants, spies, and surveillance equipment. They will monitor communications and public behavior for signs of Force use or dissent. The Inquisitors will excel at extracting information through psychological manipulation, advanced interrogation techniques, and physical torture. And they will maintain secret prisons where suspects are held indefinitely, often subjected to brutal methods to break their will, and extract whatever information possible. To deter resistance, the Inquisitors will frequently stage public trials, executions, and purges, creating an atmosphere of terror. Entire communities may be punished if they are found harboring Jedi or Force users. If an Inquisitor determines that an area is irreparably compromised by Jedi influence or rebellion, they can request an orbital bombardment or other extreme measures to eliminate the threat. Inquisitors will be wearing imposing blackened armor and uniforms that will still be customizable and give them unique looks, distinct from other high-ranking Imperials and each other. When it comes to their weapons, they will be using various vibro swords and blades. These weapons are designed to counter lightsabers in close combat, as well as using electrostaffs utilized for defense and melee combat, particularly against lightsaber-wielding foes. They will have their own blaster rifles for long-range engagements, and specialized explosives, like ion grenades, to incapacitate Jedi or disable their abilities. These Inquisitors will be often accompanied by squads of purge troopers, who serve as their enforcers in battle. These troops provide additional firepower and support during their operations. The Inquisitorius will operate as a highly centralized organization. The top-ranking member, the High Inquisitor, who answers only to Lord Vader and the Emperor. Below him are the regional Inquisitors, responsible for separate sectors of the galaxy, managing intelligence and operations. And below that are the Field Inquisitors, operatives who carry out missions, leading small detachments of purge troopers. The Inquisitors view the Jedi and rogue Force users as threats to the Empire's order. They are fanatically loyal to the Emperor, believing his vision of the galaxy without the Jedi is the key to lasting peace. An Inquisitor must master their emotions and act with calculated precision. Personal ambitions and weaknesses are purged to maintain loyalty to the Emperor. The Empire's vision supersedes all personal desire or moral qualms. Every act, no matter how brutal, is justified in service to the Emperor's order. Fear is the most effective tool to control the masses and root out dissent. It must be wielded skillfully, creating an environment where resistance is unthinkable. The Jedi represent chaos and rebellion, a threat to the Empire's stability. They must be completely destroyed, along with any traces of their teachings. The galaxy's diverse and fragmented populations can only be united through the Empire's control. An Inquisitor's role is to eliminate anything that challenges this unity. Through fear, they bring order. Through order, they achieve dominion.